I'm gonna tell you guys a secret. Men love women who don't chase. Men love women who don't walk around with their emotions on their sleeve. Men love women who can take it or leave it. Men love women who are able to be bitches if necessary. Men don't love women who are freaking walking Teletubbies. Men don't respect women who are always walking around with a smile. Men cannot respect you if you have no control over your emotions. As you can see, it's not that we love bitches. We just love a woman who has who has range in her personality, who's able to be cold but is able to be warm, who's able to be masculine but is able to be feminine. So when we say we love cold women, we're not really saying we love cold women. We love women who have the capacity to be cold because the problem is this is that when you like a guy, you lose your capacity to be cold. And the reason why it's this is because you get triggered. You see, love is your drug. And when you're sober, you're yourself, confident, calm, which means when you don't like the guy, which is emotionally sober from love and affection, you're able to be your most attractive self, just like somebody who's sober. They're able to make more money. They're able to be successful when they're sober. But when they get drunk off of love, off of crack, they go back to patterns that they can't control. And then all of a sudden, you become a literal different person, and there's nothing you could do about it. And what the problem is that you try to fix the issue when the moment comes. Why? Because when you're sober from love, you think you're fixed. You think you don't have a problem. You think you're finally applying my issue. The problem is this is that your needy, creepy side is dormant. It's like herpes. It stays dormant as long as your immune system is high. As soon as you experience loss, as soon as you experience pain, stress, it comes out of remission and it manifests itself when you're at your weakest moment. Your needy, creepy side has an intelligence about it that you underestimate. What you have to do is realize that you are still that needy, creepy girl and that you need to heal. And how do you heal? Well, you don't heal by saying, okay, let me heal. No, you heal by observing what are your compulsive habits. Maybe you like to overshop, overeat. Maybe you get really angry. What's funny is that sometimes addressing those issues, addressing your addictions and compulsions will manifest itself in your relationships, will manifest itself in more calmness and more assertiveness and more coldness. And when I mean coldness, I'm not talking about being a bunch of terminators. Coldness just means being under control. Because when you get needy and creepy, you lose control, you lose self awareness. That's the problem. That's really at the heart of the problem here, people. It's just that you think that just because you like them, now you're applying my strategy. No, I want to see you apply my strategy when you like the guy. That's the real test. And you can never really apply those strategies if you don't fix the problems in your life. It's the fact that maybe you eat too much. Maybe you eat too many bad foods. Maybe you drink too much. Maybe you have a bad temper. Maybe you don't have discipline. Maybe you don't have ambition in life. Maybe you're too depressed. Maybe you're too anxious. And rather than addressing that problem, you try to fix a peripheral problem, a symptom of that problem, and you're never gonna fix it. You think watch my channel is enough? It's not enough. Oh my God, Father Ladies are screaming at us. It's not enough. So many people come to me and they suffer from multiple personality disorders, unfortunately. From they might be alcoholics and they don't tell me. They might be addicted to drugs and they don't tell me. They might be addicted to gambling and they don't tell me, but then they tell me, I'll fix my relationship. It's like, no, you fix your relationship by observing your compulsions. Those compulsive habits you can't control will naturally create in your relationships the range because your personality gets muffled by compulsive habits. The parts of you that are attractive gets lost by your desire for pleasure and instant validation. That compulsion is your enemy. So let's observe, write down what are some habits that you have. Maybe you struggle waking up early in the morning. Maybe you have a temper. Maybe you suffer from depression. Sometimes addressing that and then watching my channel, you'll see it's easy Easy fix. That's why I tell you guys meditate. Have a meditation practice. Men will love you if you have that God level self control. The problem is that this requires a spiritual experience. This is not something you could do by just watching my videos. You have to have it. This is why my channel is called Mindful. Mindful. The first thing is mindful, not attraction, mindful. Mindful, and then you attract. I'm crazy, but I'm not, but I know what I'm doing. I've thought about this for many years. That's why I named this channel Mindful Attraction, Self Observation, Self Awareness of the Self. As you guys can see, I'm saying observe your compulsions. Have the self awareness. First, observe it, and then observe what triggers those compulsions. Sometimes it means getting away from dating for a few years or a few months and then dating again. I swear to God, you'll see the difference. Or better yet, go to those 10-day meditation retreats. Go to a 10-day meditation retreat. Every person that has listened to my advice of going to a 10-day meditation retreat, every single person has told me that their dating lives have changed ever since those retreats. Plain and simple, nonstop. I know what I'm talking about because I've seen it in my life. You guys think, well, you guys watched my videos many years ago. I was needy and creepy, anxiety at the wazoo. You think I was able to fix that and still working on it by just, okay, let me apply the strategies? No, I had to observe that I had addictions. I had to observe that I was eating bad. I stopped smoking 2 weeks ago, right? I stopped doing those party drugs. I stopped going to those parties. I stopped going out all the time. I started eating healthier. And naturally, my emotions came down. So that means a lot of you guys eat horribly. And it's not that you eat horribly, but that it's a compulsion. And that manifests itself in compulsive habits in your dating. Because the compulsive, needy creepiness is really a almost like it's almost like a branch of the tree trunk of your compulsive eating, of your compulsive anorexia, of your compulsive alcoholism. You fix that, and that compulsive needy creepiness goes away. Because what you are addressing is the emptiness. And that emptiness usually comes from childhood wounds. And usually by fixing the addictions, you are able to address the problem. Now, you might be codependent too, which comes from emptiness. Address those addictions. Stop being alone. Those addictions grow when you're isolated by yourself, people. It's just how that works. I care for you guys. That's why I make these videos. And what you'll notice is that after this, when you do this, men will find you more attractive because you're just more calm. The good men will find you more attractive. Toxic guys will get you to go back to those toxic habits. You remember, men love cold women not because they're cold, but because they're under control. They they put up more barriers. They're judging you more. They're analyzing you not because they like you, but because they're cold. But you could replicate the same effects while being able to connect because those cold women they can't connect. They're forever alone. Here's what I tell you guys: check out my courses, man. I'm not lying to you, man. Check out my courses, man. Check out my course, Emotional Mastery. Um, one second. Emotional Mastery or book a one-on-one phone call. Check it out, people. I'm telling you, man. Book a 10-minute call and just tell me your issue. I can promise you I'll know the solution quickly because I do this all the time, you know? Or check out my course, Emotional Mastery. All right. Now, look, the way to start is to acknowledge that your needy creepiness is not because of men, it's because of a deeper problem. Child abandonment, this or that. But the key is to just to if we first have to realize what's the real problem. That's the truth. Maybe go to a codependent group of people where they help, where they're also codependent. Sometimes being around people who have your issue, but that they're trying to improve, literally improves your symptoms. You become more calm because you feel understood, and above all, you don't feel alone. All right. Okay, man. I love you guys, man. I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm saying this because a lot of coaches just don't talk about this. Anyways, you guys be safe. Now, we have an announcement, people, before we get back to the video. It's called our new course, which is the Commitment Blueprint. Listen, I asked you guys, and 1,000 of you guys answered my survey. And it seems like the biggest issue you guys struggle with is commitment. Getting out of situationships and getting guys to commit. This course is specifically meant to address those needs. Now, you guys all know that all of my courses, they over deliver. They produce results from natural chemistry to the psychological game of attraction. I have no doubt that if you guys apply what this course will say, you guys will find a guy that will commit to you guys. The issue is not with you. The problem is not with how you look, because if you look at women who are married, a lot of them, it ranges. There's no looks standard that you have to have. It's really about your mentality and the strategies that you apply. The problem is that with my videos, I have so many videos that sometimes you guys might suffer from information overload. So I'm going to put all of the information that I know from my experience and from what I've been learning in the past 2 years, because I've been really focusing on this course, really doing my research. As you guys know, I go to meditation retreats in order to come up with ideas, and I work with clients. And so I'm kind of up to date with what the main issue is. And I think I solved it. So pre-order this course. Is going to be released at the end of January. So pre-order it right now at a discounted rate, because this is going to be, in my opinion, my best course. The last 2 years, I've been through so much. I've had so many different experiences. I've worked with a diverse set of clients that I think I've reached the pinnacle of my experience. And I know for sure that if you guys apply what this course says, you will be satisfied. You will find a guy for you, and you will not need to watch my channel anymore. Well, that's gonna suck, right? But Father Alex is here to help. Father Alex is not here to make you guys my slave. Father Alex is not here to make you guys into informational junkies. That's not the point. The point for me is that you guys watch my channel and that you guys can live your life without needing me. And that's the purpose of this course. Now, you guys can purchase it at a different option, right? In this course, we have a basic option, a basic package, and then we have the silver package, which with that course, you get the course and you get the Q&A seminar. What's a Q&A seminar? Well, when you guys watch the course, I'm going to have a Q&A session for about 2 or 3 weeks where you guys can ask me questions based on what you guys saw, and you guys are going to be able to replay it, right? So you guys are going to get access to the bonus webinar on top of this course. Now, we also have the gold package where you not only get access to the webinar, but also you get a 15-minute session with me at a discounted rate, right? So you guys can purchase it at one time or get a 3-month plan, right? And this 3-month plan allows you to purchase it at 1/3 of the price and pay it within 3 months, all right? Father Alex is not going to send the repo man to get the money back, right? And this is the thing, there's a 30-day money back guarantee. If you don't like it, just ask me for your money back and I will give it back. Father Alex has always been faithful with giving you your money back. So click on the description down below, pre-order it right now. You guys know me. I don't just release courses. All of my courses are there because I feel like you guys need it. If not, I'll be making courses every year. So check it out. And I know that this will be the pinnacle of my life's work. You guys know I'm intense with things. I will over deliver. And if you guys don't think so, try me. All right. Let's get back to the video.